What's up, everybody? This is Trying to Be Social. And as always, I have my partner in crime with me, Don Lahi.
I'm Don Lahi. How are ya?
What's up, everybody? So this week, if you're just tuning in for the first time, Trying to Be Social is a podcast for content creators trying to grow. Did I say cotton? Content creators trying to grow. And basically what we get over here is we try to give you tips and strategies. We let you know how we are doing. We let you know how we are doing and what we're doing and how it's going and how we're growing. And hopefully it'll help you grow as well, because I feel like this is a great system to help small content creators that are just starting out and don't know what to do. And because that's exactly what we're doing. We're just figuring it out. This is our 5th episode, I believe.
This will be our 5th episode.
Our 5th episode, yeah. And things have been going okay, relatively steady if you've been listening. Weekly, we've been getting better. Weekly, things have been progressing. So I'm hoping that by episode 10, where should we be by episode 10?
Monthly?
Yeah.
Maybe December, like the starting of December, maybe?
Yeah.
5 weeks from now, we'll be in December. I can't be on both TikTok and be fully
Well, as always, what we like to start off every show with is we like to show you what our followers were last week and what they are this week. We only focus on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So yeah, I'll let you know where we were at last week and where we're at this week and what happened and what we did. And sometimes we did something wrong and sometimes we do something right. So on Instagram last week, Instagram is very confusing right now for us, and we'll get into that later. But Instagram last week, we were at 1610. So that was okay. I mean, if you listened a few weeks ago, we were at like 1900, but we removed a bunch of bots. And this week on Instagram, we're at 1607. We went down 3. TikTok last week, we were at 176. Now we're at 185. Some steady growth there. And YouTube last week. And if you know anything about YouTube with us, it's the hardest one for us to even figure out. So YouTube last week, we're at 16 subscribers, and now we're at 21, which is pretty huge. So thank you to everybody. If you're listening and you were one of these followers that came on to one of our social media accounts and you liked us, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
We have a lot of the same content on YouTube, and for someone to go and subscribe, and I've said this in another episode, is that going to YouTube and hitting subscribe, I feel like it's not as, you know what, Instagram's almost harder to go follow.
No, I think subscribe. YouTube is the hardest one.
YouTube, you have the subscribe right underneath the the video, right? So that's what you want. If you go to one of our...
Yeah, but like with YouTube, I don't know. It just seems very, very less likely because you spend less time on YouTube. So for you to subscribe to somebody...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instagram, I feel like Instagram, TikTok, those are like easy follows. Not easy, obviously, because we're losing some, but... you're more likely to get a follow on Instagram and TikTok than a subscriber on YouTube.
Yeah, we seem to be pissing people off on Instagram, which kind of sucks.
I don't know. I think it has something to do with these bots. Or another thing is, I really think that we pushed DemOnes so hard. We pushed the show so hard that now that we're flooding it with skits, they're like, "This isn't the show." Like I thought they were dropping a show.
Well, I said that a while back that we might confuse people, but I feel like we're just our whole thing was to build up the Instagram and build up the YouTube and then build up the TikTok to then drop the 22-minute pilot that we have waiting on our hard drive to just release it to the world. But my mother-in-law had a good question. How did you know that they were bots? Who you deleted?
Oh, because they had 0 posts, 0. They were following a lot of people, but they had 0 followers. And a lot of them were from like I said, they were like Arabic and stuff like that. So, and a lot of them were literally like, "Follow me now for 5K." That was the name of their account.
Oh, so they were advertisements.
Yeah,
in a way.
They're following us. So Yeah, but like 0 followers, 0 posts. Now, some of our people that actually like our videos have 0 followers, 0 posts, but you can tell that they're real people because they have like shit in their bio, like it's thing. Most of them are from Toronto, those ones that have like 0 but these guys are like from, like I said, they had all Arabic writing in their bios.
Yeah, yeah, because people on TikTok, like, they don't post, but they'll comment, and some of like I guess they're considered like trolls on TikTok, but they would look like bots.
People on TikTok legitimately have,
but they have interesting names and
but some of them are real. Some people literally have on TikTok like user 845, and they're actually a real person.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So that's confusing too to figure out those bots. I will say that we had a great week, and then something happened.
So let's talk about the great week first.
Yeah, we'll talk about the great week.
The great week started off with a video that one of our one of Carlos's longtime friends did like 5 years ago, and we reposted that, and it got like 14,000, 15,000 views.
Our highest
like
viewed reel.
400 likes or something like that.
Highest viewed reel.
And we were like,
crazy.
Okay. And then I was like, well, I have something that I got the same amount of views on YouTube. So the video is of him pretending that someone's Drake and bringing them out to a bunch of fans who thought...
Wait up a second. Let's really paint the picture of what happened over here.
Yeah.
This is my homie, 100 Bullets. He goes by Hey McFly now. We were both battle rappers back in the day. If you heard the last episode, I used to be a battle rapper that got quite popular in Toronto. One day we were doing a press conference, and out of nowhere, Drake actually showed up to the press conference at a hotel. We had no idea that he was coming. He just showed up to show some love because he was actually sponsoring that event. And it was like the Beatles were there because we were in a hotel, and in the hotel lobby, I guess somebody heard that Drake was there, and then out of nowhere, there was like hundreds and hundreds of basically, they were all girls just like waiting to get a glimpse of Drake. But Drake, after he was done, he like snuck out the back door with his entourage. But these girls were still waiting in the lobby thinking that Drake was going to come out. So they just wanted a glimpse of him. So then Bullets took it upon himself to get some footage where he literally put a jacket over one of his homies and walked them out into this crowd of screaming girls, and they're thinking that Drake's under there, and then he goes and he takes the jacket off, and it's just like a regular person,
Italian dude.
Yeah, well, actually,
hair.
He's from the UK. His name is Shuffle. No, not Shuffle T. Whatever, I forget his name. He was a British battle rapper. So it's funny though because when he brings them out, they're like ah, and then when he takes the jacket off, there's a split second when they go even more crazy because they think it's Drake, and then when they process it that it's not, you hear them all collectively go oh. And it was that was the one that got us up there. But I captioned it really well.
So on YouTube, it had 500 views.
5 years ago. 6 years ago.
Right.
6 years ago.
And that on our Instagram got
13,000 views.
Yeah, like up there. So I was like, well, I have an old video that only got 500 views on YouTube. Let's put that up and see how that goes. And it's a dude snorting a banana. And then that got what, like
8,500 views. 8,500 views.
And then we were like, okay. And then I was like,
so we're on a wave right now.
Yeah. And then I had another video that I'm like, okay, this only got 400 views on my Instagram. Put this up. So yes, we're recycling old content, but also content that
you're forgetting another major part too. So I'm taking these videos and I'm chopping them up too. So I'm chopping them up into like, Don sent me these videos that are like, even the one with the Drake thing, it was like 45 seconds. And I chopped it up into 15 seconds. And then Don sent me this the banana one. And that one was like 2 minutes.
A minute and a half.
Yeah, a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And then I chopped it up into 15 seconds. That's what I think too, like jump cuts. If you're ever editing, jump cuts are the wave. My nickname now is Justin Jump Cuts.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm cutting these up so they're looking dope. And then the captions that I'm using, like I'm snapping with the captions, like I put crazy captions up, and I'm recycled. So basically, we recycled 3 of our videos last week, but they killed. They killed because there was this old one of Drake, this old one of Don doing sniffing a banana with with one of his homies, and then there's another one of like Don during quarantine was just wild bored and just went on a video spree when he was just bored in quarantine during COVID. So he has a bunch of old videos, and it's just one of him doing like a PSA of why weed is bad, and it's just super duper funny. But it was like that one is like 4 minutes. It was like long.
No, all those were from Instagram, so they're all a minute, and Carlos just took his favorite ones out of that. I haven't watched it in forever. I'm like, there's Justin Jump Cut can take over this if he wants and see. And I sent him. I had. So during quarantine, I did about 90 videos. I did one video per day when we were in lockdown.
I wasn't around those times, so he was just all on his own.
And I had a green screen in my kitchen, and I just went absolutely insane. From my dog listening to comedy skits that I had to me being on Real Housewives. So it just went all over the place. Anyway, so I gave Carlos his videos, and Justin Jump Cut got into it, and they did really well, and we did really good. So we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We were hitting 9,000 views per video.
We actually threw one of an original skit in there too, one that we actually did recently.
Oh right, yeah.
We did one of like Don walking his dog, and just go on our Instagram, DemOnes.Official. Last week I kept spelling it wrong.
On the last episode, he goes DEM.Official, and I thought that might have just like linked to our TikTok or Instagram, but it doesn't.
Sorry, it's DemOnes.Official. I just was like, everybody knows how to spell ones. There's a lot of quick thinking there, so I was like DEM.Official, but then it sounds like that's what it is.
Yeah,
so
no,
it was
it's
whack.
not.
But anyways, we did an original skit, and that one killed. And then it felt like we were riding a wave because we never had nothing like that before. Because before, if you listen to us before, we were
This was after we also deleted the bots too, so we had about 1,600 followers. So we were like, oh great, like they're sharing it. We're getting exposure here, and we're getting like not like triple, quadruple, quintuple. What's 5? What's times 5? Like people like watching our shit, and we're like, oh my god, okay, we're finally in the stream.
We're lit.
Let's go.
And Instagram showing us love.
Funny enough, the guy who gave us the first video came to town, and we were like, we're gonna film a bunch of interviews at the CNE and Electric Island, and we're gonna get more and more. So. And we said in the last episode, we can suck. We can suck for
us personally.
Yeah.
It might work for you guys, but for us personally, every single time we post something,
skits, nobody wants to,
because everybody's out and about. Yeah. So maybe I'm thinking like maybe we should post.
Everyone's in the Uber watching everyone else's drip, and everyone's in the Uber, and everyone's drinking want to listen to the new song and stuff like that. No one wants to watch us fucking walk a dog, you know? So what's he going by now?
Bullets or Hey McFly?
Hey McFly. And he came, and so we kind of didn't do anything on the Instagram, and we didn't do anything on.
We left it kind of dead. I think I might have posted a story. No, I posted a story.
We put 2 stories up on Saturday when we went to the CNE.
Completely dead. We just didn't post any reels. We didn't post,
and it sucks because we had the content to post, but we were just excited that Bullets was here.
Yeah.
And we were excited to go get interviews with Bullets, and then we went to CNE, and we thought that we could do. So if you go back into our TikTok and our Instagram, you can see that we went to outside the Pitbull concert, and the interview kind of developed itself. Like people just knew what to say.
Oh, the Pitbull one?
We knew what to say, but we went to the CNE, and it was just a spider web of sensory overload. We went, there was rides, there's food, there's games, there's people on first dates, there's people on last dates, there's security, there's police, there's shows going on, there's music going on, there's drinking going on, there's free samples. And we were like, we don't know what to, we can't stand there and have a couple questions ready to go for people.
No, I think it was also for our American listeners, if you're listening to from America or anywhere else in the world, the CNE is like this fair that we do in Toronto once a year. That's a really, really big deal.
Yeah, it's like the World's Fair that happens in Minnesota.
Yeah, or if you're from Minnesota, if you're from New York, I don't even know what you guys
Pretty
have
sure
over
everyone from the States lives in Minnesota.
For real?
100%.
Yeah. Are they all named, what's all their names in Minnesota then?
Sean.
Sean.
For
Yeah.
sure it's Sean.
And what are all the girls called?
They're also Sean.
Oh, because Shauna and Sean, or just Sean everywhere?
I don't know how they spell it. It's just Sean. Anyway, yeah, for our American listeners, Toronto, for the last like 70 years, minus the last 2 years, have had a fair that comes into our exhibition center and sets up fair like rides like merry-go-rounds and Ferris wheels, and there's nothing crazy there.
It's just a fair. They got like cotton candy, and then they got like the main thing there is like they got the craziest foods. They always bring around like the craziest.
They have like a casino, and they have like dog shows. I went to a dog show there actually, and it was the coolest thing ever.
So yeah, we go to the CNA. We got nothing to talk about because these people are rushing around trying to get cotton candy, trying to grab some ass. It's getting kind of crazy over there, and we're just standing in the middle of all of it. And yeah, so
like chaos, but it's
complete chaos.
Absolute chaos
Yeah.
there. Like I was getting nudged, and I had like all my camera equipment too. So like I'm like getting nudged and like thrown around, and like I got footage from the whole thing. I don't know.
And
if I'm gonna
everybody
put it
that
up.
you try to talk to is like, no, like like the other things that we did, people are just like, yeah, they actually wanted to come on camera. This time people were super avoiding the camera. They wanted no parts of the camera. But whatever, we got some stuff, some little tiny stuff that we got in it, but it wasn't all good.
We didn't know what to say.
I was just telling, I know, because I was making it up on the spot. I was telling people that like the prime minister was
We were
in town.
trying to prank people and get their reaction from that. And I feel like when you do that, people are like, I don't give a shit what you're saying. Like
the mustard ice cream's over there. I just want to get that.
Yeah, like I said, like they're standing in line for 4 hours in a line that they don't even know where the line is going to. They're just like, I see a line, I'm going there because it looks like everyone else wants to be there. And that's what we should have done. We should have went up to people and been like, do you even know what line you're in? I think we did have that idea.
Yeah, we tried to do it, but people didn't want to be bothered. Like people just didn't want to be bothered over there.
Like I said, it was a spider web of sensory overload. It was absolutely insane.
Oh, but one cool thing did happen to us as we walked in. So we walked in wearing our DemOnes shirts, and Bullets is watching his. I actually never saw this, but I kind of heard it. As we walked in wearing our DemOnes shirts, somebody was like, oh my God, I'm a big fan of you guys. So
yeah, that was
huge.
cool. I heard that too.
That was dope.
I saw it. Yeah. He's like, I love the show. And I was like, oh.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, jeez.
No, I enjoyed that. Anyway, I kind of forget where we were going with that.
No, we were going that like the type of content that we were getting.
Yeah, we were trying to get content, and we
During
just
the
really
weekend,
didn't
that's
get
why we
anything.
didn't post.
But we were continuously kind of going through the weekend, not posting anything. We said that we were going to post carousels, and we didn't.
Yeah.
So fast forward to Monday.
Mondays.
Sorry. Yeah. So this was also Labor Day weekend as well.
Oh yeah. So there was a holiday on Monday.
So we didn't post anything on
No, we did.
Monday.
We posted on Monday.
What did we post on Monday? Oh right, we
One of the
posted
street
the one
interviews.
street interview from the CNE.
So, but wait up. Let me paint the picture. So we're riding a wave right now. We think we're lit. We just had a week of 8,000. Like basically, like our lowest viewed that week was like 7,000. Like we're super lit.
Yeah.
We're riding a wave. We're literally saying like I'm like Instagram loves us right now. They just want us to keep doing what we're doing. I'm like, geez, we're lit. We can do no wrong. So then Monday comes. And we post a street interview and it gets 3,000, which is okay. And I'm like, oh, it's a holiday. That's pretty dope.
I'm like, also that was a week. Like that was a week, interview. Like this was the best one that we got out of like being there for an hour. Also, thanks for paying for us.
Yeah.
I saw you run the bill. So we're like, this is the best interview that we have. Okay, it's 3,000. Shit. Okay, well, let's come up with some skits. So Carlos comes over, and we make 4 or 5 skits, and we get 3 down that we're both rewatching, and we're dying laughing at them.
I thought like we had gold.
I guess
and
we're
we shot
losers
them. We
for-
shot them on 4K too. Like we shot them on a 4K camera, so they look amazing. And we stuck to the rules. We kept them down to 9 seconds, 10-second skits, like our longest one that we wanted to experiment with, which we loved the most, which was like I think it was a 38-second one. I think it was like 38 seconds.
Yeah.
So we're loaded up for the week. I load them up. I'm like, oh my God, we got 8,000 last week and we weren't even really trying because they were all old ones. This week we're trying and we're going hard. We're going to snap. Like one of these is going to go like 100K for sure.
And we're reviewing them and we're editing it down and editing it down. And we're dying, like laughing, like the shortest one we're laughing at, like the longest one we're laughing at it, like we thought we kind of and
love them.
Maybe we're
to
losers.
Me, it's the best skits
like,
that we've done.
Maybe we're losers for thinking that we're so funny.
But also,
like,
Don sent it to his wife, and she loved him too. And Don's wife is like,
yeah,
she'll
but my
tell
wife,
us,
yeah, but my wife loves me, so maybe that's.
No, but she'll tell us when things are
Maybe
weak.
that's the issue. Maybe she loves me too much.
No.
And she doesn't tell me what's really going on.
Yeah, but there's a good balance there because she doesn't love me, so she'll tell me that I suck. Really big.
She
So
loves
then-
you too. And God damn it. We posted, we set up the schedule. We set up, okay, let's start off slow with this 7-second one. Then let's hit them with the longer one. And then let's hit them with the one in the middle.
And we did it at our prime time. Guys, oh yeah, another thing too. Our prime time, if you haven't been listening, for Instagram is 6 p.m. And our prime time for TikTok that we found that's been getting us the most traction and success is 3 p.m. So we're posting them at our prime times that we found are working for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really, we have it all planned. We figured out our sweet spot as far as time goes on TikTok, on Instagram, and we're ready to go. So once Tuesday comes, like we hit him with the 7-second one, which I thought it was 7 seconds. I thought that was like the perfect amount of time for Reels and TikToks. I was like, boom, this will give us, I was in my brain, I'm like, yo, the penguin one will give us
This was
10K.
our feeler. This was our feeler. We're like,
but I'm like,
okay.
that'll get us 10K.
I'm like, it's not crazy funny, but it also looks really good. The concept is really good. Go to our Instagram and TikTok to go watch it. It's about penguins. And it fucking tanked.
Oh, it tanked. It didn't even crack 1,000.
Tanked.
It did not crack 1,000.
And we're coming off of the wave of being used to, in an hour, we were getting 2,000 views.
Not even that. 3 weeks ago, like we were at 1,000.
Yeah.
We went from
Yeah.
1,000 to 3,000 to like 8,000.
Yeah.
So we're climbing. So I'm like, this week we're gonna get like 10K for sure. Boom, that one goes 1K. Don messages me, what's going on? And I'm like, I know this is messed up. I'm like, don't worry. Like maybe that one wasn't as funny as we thought it was, but we got more. We got 4 loaded up in the chamber because that was our lowest one. We had another one that was like the 38-second clip, which was our favorite. Boom, we throw that out there. Nothing. Just crickets.
Tankville, population us. It was
Crickets.
awful.
It was
awful.
terrible.
I was like, and the funny part is that you didn't message me at all during it. And
I know, but we were both thinking the same
I
thing.
know.
100%.
And that's why
yo,
I was like, oh God, I don't know if I should wait for him or not. But I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm like, maybe they're just not that funny. Maybe we just thought they were so funny. Because when we were making them, you can't tell in the video, both of us were like, we don't want to fucking do this. Like, we want to like go to bed. We want to, like, we just had a big weekend, and like, I want to lie in bed and eat pizza and watch Nightmare on Elm Street. And we're like, no, we have to make content. We have to make content because we didn't make anything all weekend. And then we come up with these things, and then out of our slum, we get
gold. Basically, what we thought was gold.
We're like dying, laughing our asses off.
I was not, when we made the skits, I wasn't in the mood to make skits. And when I left Don's house that day, I was like, I'm so happy that we did this because I really think we got somewhere. Because I felt like that's when the magic happens, when you don't want to do something and then you end up doing something. And
and I'm like changing my like bank account over. I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of money coming in here.
I was like, oh yeah. Cha-ching.
Yeah, I'm like if the penguin one sent us through the stratosphere, this clap one is gonna
be great. Yeah.
So the clap one is you just have to go watch it on our Instagram.
So then boom.
If you can't find it, it's the one with one of the least amount of views on our reels.
No, I think today's was the least amount of views. The Jason one.
Oh, was it?
It hasn't even cracked 200.
That's the thing, is that people are liking it down the road, and there's more and more views coming in from it.
It did well on TikTok.
So,
no.
Yeah.
Anyways, people, so that's basically the whole week we were posting, and nothing hit. I think today was the only day that we cracked 1,000.
What's that called?
What?
What's that called when you think you're set, and then a reality check happens? Like
there's a word for that whole sentence that you just said?
Like there's like a saying, like not flying too close to the sun.
It's probably one of your Barry sayings. Floating in a boat and you lost your paddle.
Yeah.
You thought he got a dog by the nuts and he jizzed on you.
Yeah, you went to the dentist with no teeth.
Yeah, something like that.
Thinking that you got teeth to brush, but you don't have any.
Yeah, something like that.
No.
Definitely a saying that I don't know.
No, there's for sure something where we were, I guess, ignorance. Like that's pretty much all I can come up with here.
High hopes. Like just high hopes. I thought we were so lit. I don't know if it's... Now I'm trying to figure out what it was, okay? Because we hit our sweet spot with the times. Now, it could be that number one, the algorithm changed, or it just wasn't as funny as we thought it was, which I refuse to believe because I really do think that we're wow funny.
Carlos did kind of have a theory before we started recording this, and he said, do you think it's because we brought up Trudeau? And did you hashtag Trudeau?
I think I hashtag Trudeau, and I also... But that wasn't my theory for why all of our stuff was
no.
well.
I'm saying that you brought it up, and I was like, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know, man. I think the algorithm changed. Maybe it's this week we got to experiment with 7 p.m. But another thing too is
also school started, so maybe that was
no. But they're home at 6 p.m.
But
aren't
maybe
they more on social media?
Maybe the time changed or something.
Yeah. Or also, I think too, that's what Don said. The stuff that we did was a little too clever, and if you look at our insights, most of our they're all 18 to 24.
Let's try to take a poll, and see, and people probably don't actually know this shit. I think you can actually look it up on your phone. When are you most on Instagram and TikTok?
Honestly, I think people think they're on it all day.
Yeah. They're always jumping in and
out, right?
Through,
I think
right?
they calculated on when people are on it the longest, as opposed to when, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
when are you really scrolling through it? Which leads us into another segment we like to call... What do we like to call it, Don?
Carlos's Corner.
Yay!
Would you listen to him, please? At this 90 degrees, it's Carlos's Corner. What you doing around that corner?
Carlos's Corner is, I give you 3 tips a week on what I've learned, because I watch a bunch of YouTube videos on how to grow your followers. I go through all the stuff so you don't have to, and I find the stuff that I think is the most interesting and I think is the most useful, because a lot of stuff isn't. So, time for Carlos's Corner.
Would you listen to him, please? At this 90 degrees, it's Carlos's Corner. What you doing around that corner?
Number 1, we are going to do, which I found very useful. Mind you, these are, we're small content creators, so this is...
Small.
Micro influencers, they're called.
Macro, baby.
Yeah. So all you big influencers that are listening and you're rolling your eyes, this isn't for you, okay? This is for us small guys trying to get to you.
All you guys with like 5 million views that are like listening to this podcast, you know, on like drinking your
which
tea
I'm sure
in
there's
the
many
morning.
Of you.
I'm sure it's all of them.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're just drinking your tea, listening to us little content worms, just trying to figure out this maze that we call the internet. And you're probably just laughing your
You know what I
fucking
gotta say
head
to
off.
you? You know what I gotta say to you, people? If you have millions of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers, you listening to this,
Help us out,
yeah.
please.
Please help us for God's sake. We're desperate over here. Okay?
Honestly, like, we'll do anything.
Anything.
We'll do anything. We just want. I would really like to see what those videos that we posted that got shit
would look like on your account.
on a 20,000 whatever.
They would kill.
Because I watch other people's like that have like maybe like 500,000 followers, and they post like random skits, and they suck, and they still get like 24,000. Anyway, we're gonna have to do the theme song again.
And now it's time for our segment, Carlos's Corner.
Would you listen to him, please? At this 90 degrees, it's Carlos's Corner. What you doing around that corner?
Okay, tip number 1. This one's pretty cool. Pretty useful. Saves me a shitload of time. Because I don't know about you guys, but I really, really hate uploading content on the fly. So I don't know, like, yeah, 6 o'clock is our sweet spot, but I hate being on my phone at like 5:58 and like putting the video up, putting the animation on the screen, coming up with the title, then all the like 15 hashtags that you know that you got to use, and then putting your location, tagging who you want to tag in that thing, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really do that. So what I do is once we finish all of our content and stuff like that, I put things in the draft. So I'll load up like 5, 6, 7 of things in the drafts. And then once the day comes, I set a little reminder on my phone, because you can't, Canva has stuff that it auto posts for you, but it doesn't do it for Reels, and it doesn't do it. It might do it for TikTok, but it doesn't do it for Reels. I'll tell you that much. It just does it for post, basically, on Instagram. So if you have Canva and you're like, I already do that, yeah, I'm talking about Reels.
For real.
Yeah. Jeez, I'm talking for Reels.
Yeah.
So just load stuff up in the draft, and the good thing about it is that, like, then there's no remorse. You can go back and you can just be like, oh snap, I didn't really like that caption, I'm gonna go back and fix it. And oh, I didn't really like those hashtags, oh, maybe that's a good so you could always go back and fix it during the period that you're waiting to post it. So there we go.
You
Draft.
get to sleep on a video.
Yeah, and also just try not to overthink it, I guess, because that can happen.
Yeah, but be humble.
Kendrick Lamar.
Be humble.
Jeez. Yeah, drafts. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2. We're going to do the last 2 and 3 tips. We're going to dedicate these to thumbnails on YouTube, because these are extremely important. If you're on Canva designing your thumbnail, a big thing is, even if you're not on Canva, like, a big rule of thumb is make sure, you got to think about it. People are looking at this thing through their phone. So you have to make sure the captions, whatever you're writing in your thumbnail, is big enough for people to see. You don't want small ones. So if you're on Canva, a good rule of thumb is shrink it down to 10%. And if you can read it at 10%, then it's good enough to go up. That's a good one. Number 3. Here's a good one for people just in general. Think of your title and thumbnail before you upload your content. Like, that's a good basis of, like, for us, we create content, like, we do skits. So, like, for me, I'm like, now I just don't create random skits. I'm like, when I think of an idea, I'm like, okay, what's the title for that? And then I go from there. Because once you have that, your title and thumbnail and all that stuff is everything, because that's what's going to get people, you know what I'm saying, like, sucked into your content, if you have a good title and stuff like that. So try to think of that before, as opposed to the fly, because that's annoying too. Like, you're there and you're backspacing and try to do all stuff like that. And just a little bonus tip, I guess, most of the best titles and captions are questions like, can you believe I did this? Or, oh my God, this led here. Like, give people a reason to watch it. Don't just explain the video and just be like, this happened in this video, then why the hell are people going to watch it? Let them want to watch it in your titles and things. So those are my 3 tips for Carlos's Corner.
Jeez.
Damn. Don, what do you got to say about those tips?
I like sleeping on it. I like, especially because after we made those skits, I was like, I want to post them right now. Like, you have to, and we were like, we have to wait 24 hours from now, and we don't even know if the one that we like is going to go up first, because we had another random one that's getting good views on TikTok, but
that's the only one. That's the
look.
only one we did this week. So yeah, out of the whole week, out of all the great ones that we thought that we did, only one of them is getting good views, and it's on TikTok. The one that TikTok actually shows us the least amount of love in the last like 2 weeks, and right now it's doing okay, and it's like at 1,800, I think, or something.
So I think and Carlos usually shows me what he's about to post, and gets the last okay from me.
I don't like to.
And there's a couple things that I was like, oh, can you change this and that on like the titles, and then we could kind of sit on it. So I do like that aspect of it because, like I said, when I was in quarantine, I was making videos and videos and videos and videos, and I just wanted to post like 5, but I'm like, then you won't have something every single day, so you just post,
one's good, and then you keep the traction.
But then I can
I don't know
edit it and stuff. Right?
I wouldn't know how to do 2 a day, because imagine one of yours is climbing. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine the Drake one was climbing. The Drake one that we did, imagine it was climbing to 13K, and then we just hit, and in the middle of it, like being 5,000, boom, we just dropped another one on top of it. I wonder what would happen.
I want to know what people.
We should experiment with that.
That was what I wanted to do this week, is to post 2 a day. 1 at 12.
2?
Yeah.
How many skits is that?
That's
bare.
At least like 10 to 12 skits.
That's crazy.
Small skits. One during the day, something small.
At 12, and then one at 6 or 7?
Yeah, 12, and then about 7 or 8.
That's a lot of content.
It's a lot of content, but it's doable. So we're gonna experiment, and then we're gonna let the people know. We'll have it in our drafts. It'll take you a good 4 hours. Carlos has to. So I edit most of the stuff. I'm the first editor, and then it goes through Carlos, and then Carlos usually starts whittling it down. And he also edits the sound on what you're listening to right now, which is the podcast. And thank you for that, because I hate audio.
It's the most
editing.
annoying thing, guys, for podcasting. If any of you podcast, editing.
But we are filming
it.
It's a lot easier to edit stuff with film behind it.
You can see stuff.
Well, because you can go back to something instead of like having to like try to find it.
That's the most annoying thing.
I'm sure there's an easy way, and I'm sure there's someone listening right now that's like, yeah, you can easily just flag a spot and then just go back and be like, yeah, that's the spot.
And also, I'm very amateur, people. So for me, editing the audio, like I might get better at it down the line. We're only 5 episodes in, and it's just hell. But we do it all for you because we think you're gonna like it. And as far as our podcast is going, we did 60 downloads last month, which I think is pretty dope. And now we're in September, so we're hoping if I can keep that pace. 60 downloads is dope. Now, downloads is different from listeners, though.
When you listen to a podcast, is it from when they started? No.
I never listened to season 1, episode 1.
I do. I go back and
when I find one that I like,
I'm like, holy shit, there's 73 episodes.
Yeah. No,
so someone's listening to this right now, being like, oh man, they're being so retroactive, but it's like, no, you stupid idiot. This happened 3 years ago, and you're listening to it now.
Yeah,
you're sitting in 2025 of September, and you think this is brand new.
Us?
Okay, like you just experienced the CNE as well, but that's 3 years from now.
Yeah, you dumb, stupid moron.
God, why are you like this?
Why are you so dumb?
Who gave you your license?
We're talking to you in the future right now.
You're driving and listening to something. You're gonna crash. Don't crash. Whoa.
Slow your car down.
All right.
Unless you're driving a Tesla.
Yeah, but you could also be listening to this right now and then also be dealing with traffic. So yeah, we're both. I mean, I don't think that I'm an amateur editor. Carlos likes it because he likes being creative, and I can respect that.
I just like the jump cut. That's like I think I mastered the jump cuts.
He's like, oh yeah, this is gonna get whittled down to like 3 seconds. I'm like, it's a 9-hour movie. Like
all we gotta hear him say is, "Hey."
Yeah. Well, she dies at the end, so it's like if Carlos took like Titanic, it would just be like Jack.
I could
Jack.
definitely
And
make.
you're like, who the fuck was Jack?
If I took Titanic and made it into a reel, it would be Jack getting on the boat. I think I'm flying, and then him floating on the door. 15 seconds. That's it. And the caption would be, "Girls, right?
1920s ladies. Am I correct?
Am I right? Or would this be you?
Yeah, good for you, buddy.
What can you jump cut? If you had to jump cut a movie down to 15 seconds, what would you do?
If I was to jump cut something,
A movie that you know that you could break down. I just did Titanic. What would you do?
so I gave you Titanic. What do you think I would do?
I think, okay, fine. I think you could, okay, no, not what I think you could do. I'm going to just throw it out to you and you have to do it now. I want to give you,
Okay.
fuck, Titanic is so long.
Yeah.
And I just broke it down to that. So now I got to give you a long one.
Okay, it would be like Jurassic
Star
Park.
Wars. Star Wars is long.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
The droid leaving out of the pod.
Luke buying the droid.
Luke buying the droid. R2D2 showing the hologram of Leia.
Okay.
Luke with the lightsaber on Millennium Falcon, and then the Death Star blowing up.
Now, this is fun. I want to do another one. I want to break down another one to 15 seconds. What movie? Give me a movie. I give you a movie, you give me a movie. I'll do it in 15 seconds. Gangster.
All right. Do you want me to make it... Okay, do you want easy mode, medium mode,
No.
or hard
I'm
mode?
just in jump cuts, baby. I don't know easy mode. I just broke down Titanic.
Just in jump cuts.
Jeez.
That's where your mind was. Okay.
For everybody listening, there's a Justin Timberlake album cover here. So, all right, cool. Go ahead. Give me the hardest one ever.
The hardest one ever? That...
Super pause, by the way. Jesus. Whoa. Pause.
Yeah, give me the hardest one ever.
Jeez.
You could have said easiest. You could have said medium. You could have said...
toughest.
But I want to be able to do a movie that most people have seen.
Yeah, don't give me like being John Malkovich.
Okay. I'm gonna give you one, and then and then you can give me one, and then I'll give you one back. But I want you to do Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park?
Yes.
15 seconds? Dope.
Yeah.
Easiest thing in the world.
These are all actually going to be done as well.
Hold up a second. Easiest thing in the world. Jurassic Park. Let me think. Jeff Goldblum saying, what does he say, his iconic line? You're playing with something that shouldn't be played with or something. It's something along those lines.
It says, he says, they find a way or something.
There's something where there's something in that movie where frick, I wish I knew this off by heart. I can't believe I'm blanking. They explain to Goldblum what Jurassic Park is, and Goldblum says something back to the effect of like, this is a bad idea. Like you guys, like yeah, like something like yeah, you guys could, but should you or something like that? What is the line? Why am I blanking on it?
They're at like dinner and like
It's
the
before
thing,
they get
and
there.
he keeps slamming the table. He's like, you think you can just bring back blah 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 blah? And it's actually a really good.
That line, wherever that line is, that's the line where I would start because that basically pops it off. And I wish I knew the damn line. So that line there, oh my god, I'm blanking how it ends. How does Jurassic Park end?
The Tyrannosaurus is like
I'm crazy.
pretty
Don't
much-
kill me. I'm sorry, everybody. Don't kill me. I haven't
pretty
seen it
much
in so
took
long.
over the island. The
But
raptors.
they
the
leave, and the Jurassic Park is just
and the
there.
raptors came back.
So him explaining what basically the whole movie's about, the water moving, T-Rex coming, stay still. Them leaving the island, done. 15 seconds. And you saw the whole movie.
All right, give me a movie.
Okay.
And it can't have fucking dinosaurs in it, because that's dumb.
All right, well, I was a gangster and I finished mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you guys hearing this right now? All right, I'll give you The Matrix.
Oh, The Matrix is... Okay.
That's a good one and you know it.
It's, and these can be almost 0.5
Of a second?
Yeah.
Jeez, you're going to go there?
Follow the rabbit. Then he
Okay.
sees the rabbit on her...
On the shoulder?
Yeah. And then...
Blue pill, red pill. You got to have that in there.
Yeah, but it goes from party... Just that.
So from the rabbit... sorry, I'm going to stop interrupting you. Go ahead.
rabbit to party to red pill, blue pill, red pill, blue pill, red pill, blue pill, red pill,
Blue pill, red pill.
and then to kung fu, millisecond of kung fu, and then to
Just because you say that it's a millisecond doesn't mean that kung fu what kung fu millisecond you showing?
I know kung fu.
Frick, you got me right there. That's a dope ass.
No. I'm saying that it started off with that. So I'm saying like rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's 1 second.
That's a dope. That's really
and
dope.
then red pill, blue pill.
I know kung fu.
Oh no, okay, you got to go red pill, blue pill, and then also you have to go to him getting
Unplugged.
when the mirror is like covering him.
See, you're doing too much. We don't
I
need
know,
to see that.
I know,
we don't need to
I
see
know.
that.
I just love that movie. You're right. I can't cut anything down in 10
Yeah.
seconds. I
You were going good.
Okay,
though.
okay, kung fu, and then you have to have a transition from understanding that when they answer the phone, that's their
That's
way.
the way of leaving?
in and out of the matrix. Someone getting unplugged, and obviously dodging bullets, and
You gotta show Agent Smith in there. All you need to show is that one.
I'd rather show the all the shells hitting the helicopter.
Yeah, you see, you're
stat,
making
man.
you just
Yeah,
love film too
yeah,
much. You can't
yeah.
do it. All you
Yeah.
gotta do is what you said. Follow the rabbit, white rabbit.
All right, I'm gonna give you one more.
Okay, go ahead.
This is hard.
Pause.
Can you take it?
Jeez. Oh, okay. You did it on purpose. I was gonna say, super duper pause.
You're gonna take this hard one,
Oh God.
and I don't know. And if you haven't seen it, then I have to move to another movie. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? If I haven't seen it, Shawshank Redemption.
When's the last time you saw it? When's the last time you saw it?
I've seen it too. I know that movie, but in the back of my that's definitely. I think everybody has seen it so many times. It's been on TV a million times, and I'm sure everybody's rented it a million times. Okay, Shawshank Redemption. Him in the courtroom
Perfect.
arguing that he didn't do it. I know. I think he's very calm in the courtroom. Actually, he doesn't argue that he's innocent. I think he just sits there actually in the courtroom and just takes
Why
it.
it's one of the best films ever is because the courtroom scene alone is like you're like already feel crazy because the very starting of the movie is him.
You don't know if he did
starting
it.
off and he's drinking in the car with the gun like or something.
There's no. Oh! I got this. What are you talking about? Okay, the judge sentences him to life. Boom! Right there.
Javel or what's that called? Yeah, that going down. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Cut to the part right away where the man says that they find out it was somebody else that did it. Like the actual crime, and then he knows about it.
Okay.
He walks into the warden's office. That scene where he walks into the warden's office and he was like, "Yo, this guy did it." Cut to that. It's funny because I don't know the specifics, but you know what I'm saying. So gavel, boom, walks into the warden's office. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And him behind the wall chipping the thing, and then him coming out of him coming out of the shit while it's raining and the thunder's going. Done. You got the crime, you got that he didn't do it, you got that he escaped, and he made it. I didn't even have to put Morgan Freeman in that one. My favorite part is when they're on the roof with the tar.
Yeah. He's like, as long as you can give my friends some beers.
Not unless you talk about the beers.
And
He's like, if you follow section 745,
yeah, but like Andy comes in so hot and he's like, is your wife satisfied with your... And like,
Yeah, he's a
He's
gangster.
like, no, wait. No, he says, do you trust your wife?
What the fuck she just
Yeah,
said to me?
yeah. And then he's like, he's like, you think you're funny? And then he's like, no, sir. He's like, you're going to be looking really funny sucking my dick with no teeth. And I was like,
You can't say
holy
that.
shit.
You can't say that.
And then he breaks down like a tax assessment of like winning the lottery or whatever. And that's and then he gets beers for everyone.
Yeah, real good way of breaking down to 15 seconds there.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to show everybody why you can't be Justin Jump Cuts.
Yeah, that's what this really comes down to.
Is I can break anything down to 15 seconds. Also, everybody, I don't know if you guys have been listening to the last few episodes, but small podcasters out there, if you're starting out and you wanted some streams of revenue, we figured some out, and it's been going okay for us. We have 3 things that are bringing us 3 streams of revenue. We suggest you do the same, and we're just going to plug them right now. One of them is our Patreon. So we got a Patreon, and all of it is on DemOnes.Official on our Instagram. So our Patreon is for $4 a month. We can just, you send us what you want us to say, and we'll say it for you monthly. So it's promotion on your small business, whatever you want. If you're looking for your brother and you haven't found him in a long time, guess what? We'll use our voice. Maybe someone from Bermuda's listening, and your brother might be over there. Maybe we can do that. Or maybe you got a small business and you want to sell cupcakes, and we're like, yo, these are the best cupcakes we ever had. Whatever you want. For $4 a month, we'll shout it out monthly. And then the premium service is for $7 a month. You get to actually come on the show and talk about whatever you want to talk about, your podcast, your business, your social media, whatever you're promoting. You can do it monthly. Basically, it's marketing for very cheap, and you can do it. And as we grow, you grow. The other thing we're doing is merch. So if you ever seen anything on our accounts or anything that we ever do, one of us is always wearing a DemOnes shirt, and those are for sale. You can get them. They're really dope, really good quality shirts, and you could support us, support small content creators. The last thing is you could just straight up say, I love these guys, and I just don't want anything from it, and I just want to do a good deed for the day, and you could just buy us a coffee. That's it.
That'd be fun.
That'd be really fun. Just buy us a coffee. All of it is in our link tree. All of it is in our link tree on our Instagram. It's DemOnes.Official. That's DEMONES.official on all platforms. And our link tree is there. Just click it and support us whichever way you can. We appreciate it all. Even if you just want to message us. Even if you don't want to give us any money, literally just come on, like one of our stuff, subscribe to us.
We're also looking for, even if you have, like,
if you just want us to say your name,
we have barely any followers. We love them all, but there's people out there that, didn't even like think about, having so many followers, and then they just have a bunch of followers. And if you want to come on, and if you want to talk about your journey through it, because I'm sure you went through a bunch of different waves of it. You're like, I posted this one thing, and then holy shit, like
it just blew up.
Like what's going on? From if you're a gamer on Stitch, or if you're a model, or if you cook, and if you're a vegan and want to show people different, like whatever you're doing, and you gained a following, we want to hear about that, and try to fall in the little holes that you fell into as well. So we're very interested in that.
We definitely want to have some established influencers on the podcast, just because we want to hear. And maybe you hear a bunch of misinformation that we might be giving, because like I said, for everybody, we're small content creators. We're just telling you what's working for us, what we see that's working for us, and hopefully it works for you. That's all it is. We're not claiming to be experts out here. We're just saying this is what's happening weekly, and it's kind of crazy, and we're just trying to keep you motivated, because I don't want you to give up, because we're not giving up. And that's why we do this podcast. Don't give up. Just keep going. Don't get discouraged.
We had such a bad week last week, and we were both kind of messaging each other being like, this is extremely discouraging. And I remember both of us being like, but I just want to make, I don't want to call it content, but I also don't want to call it videos. Yeah. Because videos makes us sound old, and content makes us sound like we're
cool.
Only doing it for that reason.
I would just say cool.
I just want to make comedy, and I want to make
I want to make you guys laugh,
and I want to make I just want to make videos that people are like,
these guys are hilarious.
Oh, look at that.
I want you guys to confirm that we're funny, because I'm starting to doubt it now. After this week we had,
collectively, the whole week we had less views than our worst video from last week. So yeah. And
we lost followers along the way.
Yeah, but
we gained subscribers and TikTok followers though. So you know what I mean? Like, And mind you, we've been doing this. We've been dedicated to this for almost going on 2 months. I remember the exact date we started really going hard, and it was July 15th, and it is September now. So I think it's too early in the game for us to say this isn't working. Like, we decided that we're gonna do it for a whole year.
Yeah, we're gonna have the days that suck, and we can't.
This was one of the weeks that sucked, actually.
Yeah. And it also sucked because there was a passing of a battle rapper that was known across the Canadian, North American community, and that kind of
not even North America. He was worldwide.
Yeah.
Pat Stay.
So that was also kind of riding on the minds of what was going on, and also like a lot of our listeners and followers, because we kind of built a community out of Carlos's, and he was Tycoon Tax at the time. We've built a lot of his following have followed us on Instagram and TikTok, and people are like, "Is that Tycoon? Is that Tycoon?" And because Carlos was a well-known battle rapper with Pat Stay, and he unfortunately passed away on Labor Day, or on the night of Sunday, or last Sunday. So the 5th?
No, Saturday.
It was Saturday night? 'Cause I thought
early Sunday morning. So it was like, but it was like
right, yeah.
It was like 3 a.m. It's like through 2 a.m. or yeah. That's another thing I kind of want to give my own little piece on, because that's actually one of my friends from this battle rap world. If you guys don't know anything about battle rap, if you watched 8 Mile, it's that, but now it's on a totally different level. Huge people are have careers off this now, and I kind of started doing my thing 10 years ago, coming up and seeing Pat Stay come up, and just even being from Canada, you know what I mean, and really showing us something that us Canadians wish and dreamed of doing, and that was going to America and being the top person ever from Canada. And Pat Stay did that. That guy was just indescribable. Like, words can't describe it. If you ever watch one of his battles, go watch one of his battles, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That guy was just the greatest ever and the most humble human being of life. And that was one of my homies who, he made it to levels that I made it to a certain level, and he made it to like a way level above that. He made it to a level where he didn't even have to associate with people like me anymore. And he made it his point to always keep in contact with me, because he always remembered that we more or less kind of started from the same place, or more or less from the same country. And like I said, I got pretty popular, but he just, man, he was just he just blew a hole through the roof. He was going through the States and killing people. He was going to Germany. He was going to everywhere. He went around the world, and people loved this guy. And that was my guy. And through it all, we kept constant communication. He was always encouraging. I was living out in the he's from Nova Scotia. When I was living on the East Coast, he would reach out, and we would talk, and I had a situation where I kind of almost died, and he reached out and he told me, like, you know what I'm saying, like, stay out of danger. People love you out here. So to hear him go out like that, I'm still processing it in my brain, and I can't believe it's real. And I just, my heart goes out to his family and his children, and it's kind of crazy the outpouring of love that he had. Like, Eminem said what up to him, to rest in peace to him. Drake.
Like, I didn't think that I like heard of him or anything, and then I saw a video today where he like went to like, or someone from like Barstool and him like did like a battle rap.
Yeah, compliment battle, I think.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I did see that. And the weirdest thing about the day that he passed away is that Carlos has been getting ready for a battle rap for the last like little bit, and he just kind of brings up ideas and stuff like that, and I have no idea what he's talking about, other than going. Yeah. Anyway, and I was like, is there any like battle rapper out there that just makes like funny, fun jokes for people? It makes people feel like,
because I'm a street battler.
You're not attacking anyone, or you're not, like trying to hurt their feelings. I'm like, is there any like Barney, like just like people who even though you're like roasting them, they still make you feel good about who you are as a person? And he went, oh yeah, Pat Stay, yeah, and then what was the one thing you said? The white one shooters, or
best shooters are the white guys. Like, oh my goodness, yeah, because I'm a street battler, so all the stuff that Don's been watching has been like very, very gangster. Because I'm
very aggressive.
Yeah, I'm from Rexdale, so I really talk about what I.
Where are you from?
Rexdale.
No way.
So I talk about, you know what I'm saying, the realities that I've seen growing up, and I bring that into the ring. And usually the opponents that I'm battling are the same way. So when you watch me battle, it's a lot of guns, it's a lot of ways of killing people, it's a lot of drugs, it's a lot of, So Don, obviously, he's looking at that, and he was like, is there anything that I can watch? And I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, you would love Pat Stay. And Pat Stay was that guy. Pat Stay was the type of person that he would like analyze somebody like me and break me down. And you'd be like, you're trying so hard, man. Like, you really suck. And he would just clown you till you died. And he did that style that Pat Stay used to do. People used to only think that would work in Canada because we weren't known for street stuff.
No.
So when he went over to what's called the URL, which is called Smack, which is where all the gangsters are, which is where like it's all street stuff, it's like all hood events, and he goes over there and he's battling the biggest gangsters in the league, and he's literally there like, you're not that tough, and everybody's just laughing. That's the genius.
Yeah.
Because I would have never even, like, when I'm battling these gangsters, I'm trying to out-gangster them. This motherfucker's coming over there like, oh, so your name's this. Real tough. Like, and just clowning them to death, and then just getting embraced by the whole battle rap community.
What's the one thing that he has about Titanic?
The Titanic.
Yeah, when he was like,
oh,
and then
yeah,
you come
by the
back.
time he's getting half through his. Oh yeah, by the time because he was making fun of this guy. He was making fun of this guy that raps forever. His name's Disaster, and he was like, "Oh my God, you literally whenever you rap, you just go forever." And he was like, by the time he finishes half of his rounds, you'll be at that part in Titanic where DiCaprio drowns.
Oh my God, it's so
Gangster.
good. Yeah,
Gangster.
And that's what I'm talking about. Is like, was there ever anyone that like just said, had a battle like? I call it poetry dueling.
Poetry dueling. Yeah, he did call it that actually.
Poetry dueling. And I was like, is there anyone that kind of doesn't attack the person for who they are or what they are or whatever? And he was like, yeah, Pat Stay. And then unfortunately,
he definitely does.
The next day he passed away.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't believe too. I literally just was talking about him, and I believe me and him had spoke about like 2 weeks before that. And yeah, rest in peace to Pat Stay. That's definitely been weighing heavy on my brain the last couple bit, because I don't want to get too much. Well, I already have gone so deep into it, but another
good things.
Yeah.
We're
another major thing for us is that I was actually talking about this with my man Organic, and I was saying that, like, it made me realize that the league that we came up on was KOTD, and it made me realize, looking back at it, that like all of us didn't know what we were doing at that time. Not really. Like, we just really loved to battle rap. Like, I didn't see battle rap as like this thing that was gonna make me rich and famous. I kind of just loved to do it, and then the thing that I loved the most about it was going to the events and really hanging out with fellow people that shared the same interests as me, and developing friendships with all of these people. And I started realizing, like, damn, I know a lot of you guys. I know a lot of battle rappers from Toronto. A lot of them that made it to a level where Pat Stay made it to, and a lot of them that didn't. And I still hold them in the same regard as far as like talking to them and stuff like that. And to see Pat Stay go, it just made me like really embrace everybody that I have friendships with even more. Like, I reached out to a few of them, and I, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to keep in closer communication with everybody, because you never know, man. And I really love those guys, because I got a lot of memories with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they got a lot with me, because I used to be crazy back then. So they definitely got a lot of stories about me. But I I definitely love you guys. So shout out to KOTD. Shout out to everything. Shout out to Organic. Shout out to Organic for making me who I am. And yeah, rest in peace to Pat Stay the King, man.
Yeah, there's a GoFundMe. It's www.gofundme.com/f/Pat Stays Memorial that you can go donate to. Also, just look up Pat Stay on
anywhere. Just Google him. He's everywhere
on YouTube, and he'll probably show up on your feed now that. If we're saying anything about it.
Yeah, if you never heard of him, you're probably living under a rock, to be quite honest. You know what I'm saying?
Which is Syria.
Yeah.
Because that's the country under Iraq.
Is it?
I
under
think so.
Iraq?
Yeah.
Iraq?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Whoever calls it Iraq.
Iraq.
Nobody ever says I'm going to Iraq.
Yeah, but there's probably people in Minnesota, which most of the United States live in.
Sean definitely calls it that.
And they probably go, what, have you been living under Iraq? Right? Because that's their accent. So it's like, what, have you been living under Iraq?
Yeah, Sean definitely said that.
Why don't you go pick up that rack over there?
I don't know in Minnesota. I don't even know anybody from Minnesota. I don't even know an accent from there.
It's like Canadian. It's like, yeah, don't you know? Oh, yeah, I'll grab a coffee for you there, Bill.
Kerperts.
Yeah, no problem. I'll go pick up a coffee for you there. Just check the printer.
Oh, my goodness. Fargo was in Minnesota, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then I do know the accent. Great.
It's Canadian.
That fella over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good movie. Anyway, I think that's unless you want to bring up anything else or that we're missing anything. This episode's been pretty scatterbrained, just like our last week and a half, and I think that's okay. And I just want to thank everyone for listening, checking us out, and I see you. I see the likes.
I love the fact.
I see the views.
Like I said last week too, I love the fact that we have, like right now, we have small listeners because I feel like I can talk to each and every one of you and thank each and every one of you so much. Everyone that's listening, please, all we ask for you to do is just word of mouth. Tell people that you love our podcast and to listen to us because you see we're trying to grow. And if you're listening to us, thank you so much. We appreciate you so, so much. Now, me and Don Law here are going to sign off this week. This was a pretty bad week for us, and we're hoping that the next episode we can have some great news for you. I'm hoping that our reels are going to hit 10,000, 20,000?
Again?
20,000. Now let's get 20,000 this time. We never got 20,000 yet on Instagram. We never got 20K on Instagram yet. But thank you guys so much for listening. This was Trying to Be Social. Don Lahi and Carlos Aviles. Tune in next week. And also follow us on social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. DemOnes.Official. DemOnes.Official. I'm spelling it right, mother effers. Okay, I'm out of here.
Love you. Bye.